Okay. All right, we're recording. We're live. Sorry about that. We're 6 minutes late. Again, I apologize. I'm going to be looking here on Team True Blue's Facebook page, and I got a Zoom recording. For some reason, Zoom's not allowing us, or they did it last week, but it's kind of hit or miss. If we can, usually we go Zoom, we record it, and then we share it to Facebook. So we'll make it work. We'll improvise. That's why we're professional network marketers. That's what we do. But first and foremost, just want to thank all of you guys. Now I'm Johnny Silva. You can't hear me on Zoom? Hold on, guys.
I can hear you fine.
All right. Echoing. I don't know how to get rid of the echo. All right, hear you good on Zoom. We're going to roll with it. I know there might be a slight echo, but we're going to have to roll with it because there's nothing else we can do. All right, cool. All right, people are saying they're good on Zoom. We're going to roll with it. Facebook, if it gets bad, echoey, I'm going to hold it over here because it seems like when I put it next to the computer it was bad. So we're going to get started. I hate killing time. I know you guys' time is precious. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Fred Graves from Tampa, Florida. Fired up about what's going on. I've been a part of Life Engine now for 8.5 years, and I haven't been this excited in a long time. A lot of. Can you turn? No, I can't. This stinks, guys. I hate it. I'm getting messages saying they can't hear it. Dang it. Oh, well, we got to roll with it. Anyway, we're fired up where we're at as a company. We're fired up about what we've accomplished so far and what we're about to accomplish. Some exciting stuff. If you guys are new to Team True Blue, welcome to the team. We're fired up this past weekend. Just so you guys know, we do a retreat twice a year. And this past weekend, we had one in Tampa and had a lot of people. We had people fly in from New York. We had some people drive in from Charleston, South Carolina, and that shows their commitment to want to grow and mingle with people. Just so you guys understand the importance of the retreats. The importance of the retreats is simply this. You know, a lot of people, we get involved with this opportunity, and sometimes we understand it's sometimes hard to comprehend what's possible. It's hard to comprehend that you can create this type of income. And for us that have been involved for a long time, for the newbies, they don't know us personally, right? All they hear is all these guys have been in for 7-8 years. They're top ranks of the company. They're making money. We know this business is all about belief. We know this business, once this clicks and you understand that this is a level playing field and any and everybody can have success in it, that's when people really shift gears and have a lot of success. So the main reason for these retreats is so you guys realize we're just normal people.
Turn your Zoom volume down. It's all echoing.
So turn it off where?
Just turn your volume down because they can hear it feeding through the live.
Sorry, guys. But we want to build the teammate, the culture. We want people to realize we're all in this for the same reason. So we want everybody to bring their family. Maybe you have a spouse that's not building the business. It's a perfect time to bring them so they can meet people and realize that we're just normal people like everybody else, to really feed off of the culture. But we're excited about what's happening. It was a huge success. We probably had 80, 90 people over here at my house. We brought a potluck. We got to speak to everybody. We played some volleyball. It was good times. I know in different markets, you guys are getting together at different times. Louisiana, you guys are getting together towards the end of the month. Hopefully, all of these markets are getting together. Even if you got a small team, get together, cook breakfast together. We've got a training this Saturday. Brandon Cunningham's going to be doing a virtual of LVA. Get your teams together, cook breakfast, have people over, watch the Zoom, take notes, create a little workshop. That's what this is all about. So again, we're having fun. We work hard, we play harder, but we all want everybody to grow at the end of the day. And we want you guys to plug in. Make sure before I forget, check out teamtrueblue.org. Brandon and Lynette have been working overtime, providing a platform for you to go to for training. it's amazing how much what they've accomplished on that team page. It literally is a one-stop shop. You can go to teamtrueblue.org and literally get started. It's amazing what it's possible there to get you started. You can stay connected to the events. Again, the information for this Saturday stream's on there. But we're fired up as a company. I'll tell you, we just got back. We do these events as top level ranks because we want to see what else is out there from a leadership standpoint. We can learn from a lot of wisdom. We were just with people that literally, one gentleman $100 million in commissions in network marketing, probably 10 people making $500,000 a month, probably a handful of people making $1 million a month. And what it fires me up because I see what they're capable of creating, and I know what they're using to create it, and it's not a vehicle like we have. I mean, we have the best vehicle in this space, so that means we have the best potential of where this thing's heading. So I can tell you it's exciting when you're talking to these guys, and there are two responses. Response number one is, oh, I've never heard of you. And response number two is, oh, I'm already on the product. So it's exciting to see all these top earners around the industry either on our product already or they're buying stock because they know what we have and they know where we're going. So I'll tell you what, we get involved with this business. A lot of us, for the first time, we're doing network marketing, first time in the industry, and we're learning. I tell you guys, we've been telling you a lot of time that LifeVantage right now is attracting the best of the best in the industry. There's a lot of top-level leadership that won't fit our culture here at LifeVantage. We're not going to buy downlines, and they just won't fit. And it's funny because some leaders will come and they'll weed themselves out. But I had the privilege to meet a leader a couple weeks ago. Actually, I was on the motorhome tour, and I did a three-way call with this gentleman for Miss Tori Hill. And we hit it off. He had a chance to talk to myself and Tyler and Taylor. And it just so happened that he lived in the west part of Louisiana, and I was going to be driving through there 2 days later. So we planned it out, and we had breakfast with this gentleman. We pulled the motorhome over. We had breakfast with this gentleman. We laid out for him what LifeVantage was. And I can tell you what's exciting about it is we're very blunt. When you're talking to top-level leadership, we're very blunt in letting them know, hey, dude, if you're wanting the next big thing that's growing the fastest, we're not that company, because a lot of those companies they create a pump and dump. What we are at LifeVantage is we're your last stop shop. If you want to build one time and be done, that's what LifeVantage is because of our products and our compensation, building longevity. So him and I flew out to corporate. We got to meet the corporate team, and him and I have been working together every single day. And it's exciting to be working with a guy that understands the industry, that's working hard. And the one thing I love about this guy is he's had a lot of success in 2 other companies. And, when he lays out what he's looking for, it was us. I mean, he doesn't want to build it again. He wants to look at his family and say, hey, this is it. One last time. He said if this doesn't work, he's done with the industry. We're pretty sure this is it because it's working for him already. But what I love about it is, a lot of people in network marketing or in LifeVantage, we get involved and we're like, well, what do we do? Do we do social media? Do we do one-on-ones? Do we do three-way calls? Do we do Zooms? Do we do home meetings? And the answer is you do it all. The answer is you do whatever your wheelhouse is. All of these different platforms, they're tools. They're tools to build your business. What I love about what he's doing to grow is I'm doing 6 to 10 three-way calls for him and his team every single day. I mean, yesterday I had some friends over. We were in the pool, and he's got a brand new distributor that's excited and fired up. He's like, hey, man, I don't mean to bother you, but can you do another call? Well, no, not really, because I'm with my family. But I know if brand new distributor's excited, you pour fuel on it, right? So even as top-level leadership, I'm sacrificing for the team because they're excited. So we want to pour fuel on it. So we're doing the calls, and it's exciting to see all of their growth. And it's going back to the very basics of what we've all built, and it's just three-way calls. So, yeah, they're on social media. They're using all the tools. We're doing Zoom. Last Sunday we did 2 Zooms in one day. They're doing a home meeting this week to launch some people. They're doing everything. They're taking advantage of the opportunity. They're taking advantage of the tools, and that's why they're having some success. But, Lynn, I see you on Facebook. Go ahead and come on live on this Zoom as well. Hopefully it won't create an echo on me. I'm going to have to turn you down when you start talking. But, just share with us, you've had some experience in the industry, how many years you were in the industry, when looking for a company, why you chose LifeVantage, having your experience. I know you shared that some other companies were flying you out and trying to buy you because that's what these other companies do because they have to do it. We didn't buy you. When we told you straight up, we're not buying you. If you want to build this, we're going to help you. We'll hold your hand, but you're going to have to start just like everybody else. Why would you choose a company that you would have to start from scratch like everybody else when you could have a head start with these other companies that could have paid you money up front? So what was it that you said, you know what, I'd rather start fresh with a company like LifeVantage?
So first, I want to say thank you for allowing me to jump on here. It's a privilege to be able to come on here and share. Let me turn my volume up on my Facebook. I'm sorry. It's a privilege to come on here and share. I have looked at a lot of different companies. Let me just give a little background on myself, if you don't mind. Y'all, for 20 years, I was a real estate appraiser. But 20 years ago, when I knew everything and I didn't listen to my father, when he said, get your general certification and not just a residential certification, I ended up getting in a bind where the industry, I couldn't take mortgage companies to lunch and go earn their business. They put us in a big pool and they would just distributed it evenly. And that affected about 70% of my pay. And I knew a long time ago that I wanted a leveraged income. I just never had the opportunity. I mean, I have a high school diploma. That's it. I don't have any college education. I don't believe what I have can be taught. I don't believe what a lot of leaders have can be taught. And that's simply work ethics. Never quit. Have a never quit mentality. And so August of 2012, one of my best friends contacted me, and actually he had hit me up before through text messages. He sent some product in the mail from some company, and I made my kids drink it because it was nasty, to be honest with you. But he said, look, would you just come listen to what this guy's got to offer? And I did. I drove to Lafayette. I sat in a restaurant called Fizzo's, and I sat across from a guy that was a $200K in that company. And I won't say names, but Fred, you know this guy. And, this guy started talking, and I said, listen, just show me the numbers, right? If my buddy believes in your product, I need to know how to go make the car's fine, but if you don't put fuel in it, the wheels are going to rot off, right? They're just going to sit there and rust. And I said, I need to know the financial side of this thing before I can go look at the product or how this thing works. I'm a firm believer. Get in here. Let's go roll. Let's learn as we go. You can't learn everything before and expect to go build a dynasty, right? Follow the lead. Follow these leaders. Find out what they do, get in their hip pocket. If they tell you to do something, do it. I mean, it's a simple system, and I've always been a firm believer. Don't fix something that's not broke. And so I went over there and I listened to this guy, and I looked at him and I said, tell me what your rank is. And people, please hear me on this. I'm not arrogant at all. But what you're listening to is confidence. And that's exactly what I am. I'm very confident in what I do. And I said, I told him, I said, what's your rank in this company? And he said, a 200K. And I said, if I do this, you're going to just be a stepping stone to where I'm headed in this company. And he said, oh, you think so, huh? And I said, well, I have a family that I love and cherish, and they're why I do what I do today. And they're why I'm looking for a leveraged income. And I left that restaurant that day. I called 12 of my friends and I said, look, I don't know what I got my hands on, but I know where I'm headed, and I'm going to do some big stuff. I'm on my way from Lafayette. I expect you at my office in an hour. 12 showed up, 10 signed up, and 8 months later, we went 500K in that company without any experience. And you want to know why we did that? Because we had passion, we had belief, and there isn't a soul in this world could tell me this industry don't work. My belief's that high. Yeah, it may not work for them. You want to know why? Because they like to conform. They want that 8-to-5 job. Here's what you all have to know that's on this call today. They're only going to pay you enough to keep that job, and you're only going to work hard enough for them to keep you. And they're only going to pay you enough money to keep you. So why do you want to go work for the Citgos of the world or the Exxons of the world so that those owners can be on that $25 million yacht out in the Pacific Ocean while you're working your tail off to make them rich? Why don't you go become rich? Why don't you go out earn Fred Graves and Torrey Hill and Brandon Cunningham and Chad Belanger and Sonny Belanger and all these leaders in this company? Don't look into this screen at Fred Graves and say you can't be where this guy is.
Let me hear. I love where you're going with this, but let's keep on track.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
On your Zoom.
Let me tell you why I chose you guys.
Off. Turn your Zoom volume off. That's where we're getting the echo. That's better. So you can only hear on the. Okay. Thank you. It's all good.
It's true. Y'all, 2 years ago, I was approached by now a very good friend of mine, Tori Hill. She actually drove from London, Louisiana to share this company with me, and I was bullheaded. I didn't want to look at it. I got hurt by some friends in another company and just didn't want to do it anymore. And I ended up she stayed plugged in with me guys for about, maybe once a month. She said, hey, what's going on? How are you? And so forth and so on. And 2.5 weeks ago, she contacted me and said, would you just listen? And I said, you know what, Tori, for you, I'll listen to anything. And she put me on the phone with Tyler Daniels, Taylor Daniels, and Fred Graves. And, just listening to these guys, they sounded just like myself. And I wanted to see if their leadership was what they said. And when they drove this over, I looked at Randy Eyes, I looked at Taylor, I looked at Tyler, I looked at you know what? Let's go do this thing, man. If you guys are going to be looking up, let's do it. Let's take this thing to the top. I'm all in. That's what I am. I'm all in. My advantage was different than any other company I've looked at for 3.5 years. And it was the leadership, number one. It's a simple system, and if you follow it,
That's awesome, man. I appreciate that because, for when I had a chance to speak with you, there's echo and bad. When we first had a chance to speak, a lot of your wants and desires and what you wanted out of this industry, it fell right into play with what we were as a family-oriented company. We had real products. We talked, honestly, you and I talked more about the product than ever. And you were sharing how before you didn't even care about the product. It didn't matter. It was irrelevant. And with this, how we discussed the importance of you understanding what we have our hands on, because that honestly, it's why we have the opportunity from the product standpoint. So, just kind of share that conversation a little bit, because most companies don't have those conversations.
yeah, absolutely. I tell you that I've been in 2 other companies, actually 3 other companies, and to date I can't tell you what their products did. I know one was singing a lot, supplement, and the other was a membership. But let me just say this: this is the first company that I've ever looked at their product and studied. I mean, I know now what oxidative stress is. I know that 0 to 20, you're growing, you're putting to death, you're aging, and your antioxidants decrease, and our free radicals are increasing, and we activate the body. I can literally go through a Zoom call and make it happen. So this is amazing to me. And I've never had product knowledge like I do now in this industry. And so to know that I could have done over there what I did over there without knowing the product, I'm ready to know what was going to happen over there. I know what I know about the product.
One's okay.
That's awesome, brother. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I promise you guys, we're gonna probably change some things up next week, because I know you guys are taking time out of your day to get this, and we're having audio issues on both sides, and I'm not really sure why. But I tell you, Lynn, like I said, bro, we're excited to be working with you. One of the things I love about what he's doing, just talk about what you're doing with your team and what you're doing to launch your team. Some of the conversations that you have, because what I'm liking is that what I like is it's not just you, right? You've got all this experience, but you're bringing people in and you're funneling them right into a system. And honestly, you're getting them on the team page. You're funneling them through 3-way calls. You're introducing everybody to the team. You've got your own team chat so we can communicate. Just kind of talk through your concept of the importance of to really create that true duplication.
Yeah, absolutely. said something to me that in the very beginning, I wanted to see if you were true to your word. And you said, use me and my time until we get yours back. And so, for those of you on this call, all I simply did was I want you to text us some friends and say, look, I started a new business, man. I'm excited about it. I want to know if it's something that you'd be interested in. You know, you can word it however you choose, but basically I was fired up in my text. And they would send back and say, what is it? And I'll say, what's a good time for me to call? And then I want you to text a friend and say, hey, can you do a three-way call? And I would call the people. I would edify Fred. I would, tell my Fred about my people. And then I would just speak down the line. And I'd let Fred take over the conversation. Today, I still have yet to tell anybody about our product and what we do. Because I'm going to use this guy, like he said, use his leadership, use his time until I get mine back. So, and then from there, I would turn him over to Tori, and Tori would plug him in the system. And I've just duplicated that in my organization. And, my organization is starting to do the same thing. Matt did 4 three-way calls yesterday. Once he got to my house, and I showed him how to do it. And he said, man, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. Thank you. So use what you have, y'all.